If this is the greatest hour of my life, then I would tell you at this moment, this is only a half hour. It'll be the greatest hour when I can stand and sit in that back row and John Stallworth is wearing a gold jacket making this speech.
At a time when the Pittsburgh Steelers locker room was filled with superstar personalities, John Stallworth sat quietly in the corner. But if you compiled a list of championship qualities found in the team of the 70s, you'd realize that Stallworth possessed them all. It started at the top.
John's idea of family, that was Art Rooney Sr. He wanted to take care of the players like they were part of his family.
Art Rooney, I think, was a throwback, and that he was less concerned about the bottom line and more concerned about the people that he had as a part of his team. And that about him influenced me.
His work ethic matched that of the only NFL coach he ever played for.
If there was something to envy and something that I wanted to have as a part of my personality, it's the way Chuck carried himself.
I think they're both competitors, and they're both very quiet about it, in a quiet-like manner. I never seen Chuck Miller scream or yell at us. I think John was of the same demeanor. So goes the owner, so goes the team, so goes the head coach, so goes the football players.
Pumping, firing downfield, there goes Stallworth. He pulls it in at the 30.
Stallworth's modesty remained a constant, even after his game-winning touchdown in Super Bowl 14.
Oh, did he beat him?
I like to put John in the same category that I put offensive linemen. You know, I hold them in very high regard because they do their job and work very hard without acclaim.
At Alabama A&M, they didn't teach us where the camera was, so I never really learned to find it. Particularly early in my career, I think I probably saw it over there and went the other way.
Well, John really, to me, was a quiet assassin, and I say that because he was dangerous anytime he was on the field.
At times, he resembled the Steel Curtain defense, right down to their missing teeth.
When he first got there, you thought he was a basketball player, tall, lanky, you thought he was a point guard or something. So you see a guy who's low-key, very humble, but yet on the inside, he's very tough.
That came from a feeling that I needed to do something more, that there was something else to be accomplished other than just being the ordinary.
His reputation as a runner wasn't as immaculate as Franco's, but Stallworth's quickness was comparable.
John's open field running would always amaze me. After he caught the ball, it wasn't done. I remember specifically a few times when I thought he was tackled and he would break away and spin and just keep the play going.
Of course, Stallworth has always faced comparisons with his receiving partner, Lynn Swann.
John Stallworth, and I can say this from personal experience because I played and covered John in practice. He was, to me, the most complete receiver that we had on that team.
After Swann's retirement, Stallworth replaced him as Pittsburgh's resident acrobat, and in the process, overtook him as the Steelers' all-time leader in receptions and receiving touchdowns.
They threw John more passes those last years.
So what do you call a man who's country like Bradshaw and caring like Rooney? Tough like Blunt and mean like Green? Who runs like Harris and catches like Swann? You call him a Pittsburgh Steeler.
John Stallworth!
And now you call him a Hall of Famer.
Last year I stood here and presented Lynn Swann, and Lynn got up and he made mention of the fact that if this was his greatest hour, then it was only a half hour. And I say to Lynn here today, I'm more than happy to complete that hour for him. Maybe I'm the guy that learned the most, that was able to look around him and pick the good things from the people around him. A lot of that existed in the Pittsburgh Steelers.
John is tough, he's honest, he works hard, he has character, and he's willing to compete. That, in a nutshell, is what the Steelers were all about.